Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for checking out the video. Southside Braves here. And today for you, I got the Week 8 Rocket recap for the Rocket Draft League. I did do the mid-season one 2 weeks ago, if you saw that. I did say I was going to come back last week and do it, and I had so many tech issues last week. It deleted a bunch of my stuff, and my computer restarted at one point. Then I was having audio issues with a bunch of my videos. I believe I've got everything worked out and should be good to go for this week. So I wanted to get back to doing it weekly. Last week, again, just a wrench thrown into it. So I am back this week with a weekly one. It is week 8. So we're going to start this off by just looking through the matches that happened. Before I do that, I just want to say that I was super excited to get back into watching the matches. Because again, while stuff was going on, I didn't get to watch. I haven't watched every match for this league this season like I did last season. But this week, I did watch all the matches that came out this week. And it was fun to watch how these teams perform now. All right. So that being said, let's jump into it. The first match was between the Volcaronas and the Latias. One I unfortunately did not get to see. I saw about half of them. I think about half of them this week got recorded. So the ones I can watch, I did. This one I did not. But based on stats, looks like Spectre kind of ran wild. And that picked up the Volcaronas' third win of the season at this point. And the Latias, even with the loss, sit at 6-2 at this point. So, I mean, nothing wrong with a loss there. They're still sitting pretty. And again, if you're confused about the way these are working, this was week 8. Week 9 just got played, so everyone has either one more win or one more loss on their record. But I'm going off the upload schedule, so I can put them in here. So at this point of the season, they were 3-5 and 6-2. So moving on to match number 2. We had the Rillaboom take on the Keklians. So this match was recorded. I did not put a play of the game in the middle there because, unfortunately, it seemed like they had LAN problems and getting it played there, so they went to Showdown. And, I don't know, I just couldn't make it look good on my format from Showdown, so I don't have a play of the game for you. But again, I did get to watch this, so I did kind of see how this one went. And really, two mons kind of carried the performance for the Keklians, and you can tell that from the stats as well. Slurpuff and Tornadus. Slurpuff early, Tornadus late. But yeah, the Keklians are trying to get back into that playoff picture after a very strong season last year. Haven't had the season they wanted this season. This was a big win for them to do that. They got back to 500, put themselves back in a decent spot to make playoffs if they can finish up the divisional games well. Kind of what got the ball rolling when I watched it, at least, for the Keklians, is they made a prediction with Slurpuff pretty early on to go for the flamethrower, suspecting the Scizor to come in. The prediction paid off. He one-shot the Scizor. And after that, that kind of allowed Slurpuff to do some things. It lived a hit that was a little unexpected, I think, especially when you watch Bosiv, coach of the Keklians. I don't think he expects Slurpuff to live, and the fact that it did, I think, actually allowed it to pick up its second and third kill, allowing it to pave the way for Tornadus to come in and finish off the match after that. So, yeah, that clean 6-0 for the Keklians. And like I said, that was big for their playoff push. Moving on to the third match. We had the Miltanks versus the Vibratos. And unfortunately, another match I didn't get to see. I do know Abomination does record his, coach of the Miltanks. So I do suspect to get to watch this match at some point, but unfortunately, at the time of recording this, it is not up yet. So I wasn't able to see it. But the Miltanks pick up a 6-0 win. This coming a week after 6-0ing me. So back-to-back 6-0s for the Miltanks. So they're trying to get back into the playoff race as well. This win put them at 3-5. The Vibratos, unfortunately, haven't had the season they've wanted at all, and they sit at 1-7. But again, divisional games, never know what can happen at the end of the season. I do believe the Vibratos, if I remember correctly, are on the weaker side record-wise of the league. So those wildcard spots are still open. They basically got to win out if they want a chance, but I do think mathematically they are still alive. I don't think anyone's been mathematically eliminated yet. So yeah, good luck to the Vibratos trying to win out to make a playoff push, and good luck to Miltanks trying to find a way in as well. Match number 4, as you can tell, we had a lot of 6-0s this week. The Litwix pick up a 6-0. Another one I don't get to see, so I can't really commentate on it much. Clefable picks up 5 kills for them, though. And they didn't have anyone get that 6th kill, so it must have been a What's the word I'm looking for? Recoil or something along those lines. Yeah, Clefable picks up all 5 kills for Litwix. They pick up a 6-0, and they're looking very pretty in their division. They have a huge lead in that division, so their playoff spot looks almost locked into place at this point. Moving on to the 5th match. Get to start watching some of them at this point. This was my own match against the Philadelphia Pidgeys. It was a fairly well-played game, I thought. Weavile picked up 2 kills for me. Dracozolt and Celesteela both picked up 1. Urshifu picked up both the kills for the Pidgeys. You can see the play of the game here in the middle. In my opinion, I think Captain Beanard would agree with me. A huge turning point in this game was he had Sandaconda, which was a big wall against my team. And my Hippowdon here picks up a crit Earthquake to really chip it down. And like I said, getting through that Sandaconda was big for my team. Kind of caught me off guard early using the Sand Veil ability. I just know in a lot of leagues those moves are, or those abilities are banned. So I kind of just had in my head that that wasn't a possibility. It is. There's nothing wrong with it. Perfectly legal in this league. So good on him for knowing that and bringing Sand Veil against my Sand team. So he took advantage of that, and I missed an Earthquake early because of it. But again, that crit one here in the play of the game really gave me momentum to kind of push forward. Some of the highlights on the bottom as well. Turn 1 kill on Cresselia from Weavile was big. Again, the big crit here. And then Urshifu, like I said, was a big mon for the Pidgeys. Tried to bring it back, but unfortunately, without the Sandaconda and the Cresselia, just wasn't enough. So I do pick up the 4-0. I sit at 5-3 at this point. The Pidgeys are 3-5. Moving on to match number 6. We had the Sacramento Sandslash and the Belfast Blossoms. This one was cool. Okay, you can look in the stats. If you didn't see this one, you got to go see it. It's a pretty quick match, so it's not a long watch, but you should go watch it because it was cool. The Blossoms had a fantastic season. They were 6-1 going into this match. Been one of the strongest teams in the league, and I mean they didn't make any huge glaring mistakes. They just got caught off guard by something that I don't think anyone would see coming. And that was this Sandslash set that the Sacramento Sandslash, or I mean the Charizard set that the Sandslash brought to the match. And I have it being highlighted here in the play of the game, kind of how he used it. He brought it in against the Registeel, which was his game plan going in. Once Registeel comes in, that's my opportunity to get Charizard in. That was his thought processes. He immediately set up the sub. Once he did that, the Registeel actually went for Rocks, which was perfect for this play as well. Then he switches in Tapu Fini. He gets off a Belly Drum with the Charizard, and at that point, it's pretty much game over. That put him in Slackberry range. He had it EV'd out and calced that it put him in the perfect range to pop the berry from the combination of Sub and Belly Drum. So good on him for making sure that worked out, because would have been embarrassing if he came up like 1 health short. But he had it mapped out perfectly. He got that boost, and at that point, Charizard just ran rampant. Fire Punch 2 hit KO'd the Tapu Fini. And apparently, I didn't calculate myself, but based on everything he did, I fully trust his calcs. I would have thought a Belly Drum Thunder Punch would have one-shot, but apparently it does not. So either move would have 2-shot, that's why he went for the Fire Punch. Which, at that point, if that's true, perfectly understandable. And like I said, Charizard just ran through this team at this point. Like I said, going into it, this was a battle of 2 of the strongest teams in the league. These teams have both performed very well this season, but like I said, look at that second line of the recap at the bottom. Belly Drum Charizard just went crazy. It's my favorite team prep of the season. And to be honest, probably my favorite set of any mon I've seen in any draft league yet. I'm already a fan of Charizard in draft leagues. I think he goes underrated, to be honest. Especially when you can be creative like this, it's just insane. So I cannot commend the Sandslash enough. I love this game. And like I said, it's not like the Blossoms did anything bad and they got 6-0'd because they were trash in this match. He just got caught off guard by something very strange, and it worked beautifully. So that was my favorite match of the week. But that being said, let's move on to match number 7. We had the Dragonites versus the Vikavolts. And this one was vastly different from the one we just saw. If you look at the stats, it kind of looks like the same thing. One mon running rampant. That's Togekiss with the 5-0. And if you see Togekiss with 5 kills, you can kind of probably guess for the most part what type of Togekiss it was. This match started off very strong for the Vikavolts. He made the right plays, got the early KOs. Slowking, he was getting Scald Burns like it was nothing. And everything seemed to be going in the way of the Vikavolts. Then Steelix goes down. And once Steelix goes down, Togekiss comes in. And it just clicks air slash after air slash after air slash. And as you can see the play of the game, I just clicked a couple of the dozen times that it picked up the flinch. So, and I love Togekiss. I really, really love Togekiss as a mon. I've used this set. There's nothing wrong with it. It works. There's a reason it exists. But you could tell that Kosak, the coach of the Vikavolts, was getting a little frustrated throughout the match because of the flinches. But to be honest, he kept his cool probably more than I would. Like I said, going up against it, even as somebody that's used it, it can be very, very frustrating. Like I said, it legitimately, I didn't count, but legitimately had probably at least 9 or 10 flinches. And like I said, the Vikavolts had the hacks on their favor early in the game. Like I said, multiple Scald Burns on critical mons and that. But late in the game, it was just Togekiss flinching everything. And really, he just had to break through one turn, and he probably wins the game on either Slowking or Primarina. So it was unfortunate the way it went down. But again, that's the benefit of having Togekiss on your team. Like, use the strength of your Pokemon, and that is a strength of Togekiss, and the Dragonites used it, and they pick up the win because of it, and that improves their record up to 6-2. So, good job for the Dragonites picking up that win. And moving on to our final match of the week. Was one more, unfortunately, I didn't get to see, so again, not much to say on it. The Hydreigons do pick up a 4-0 win, with what appears to be a Sand team coming in to win it. I know I've made this mistake talking about Blattles before without actually seeing the match. Just looking at numbers, it looks like Excadrill and Gigalith Sand came in and won the game. But he's done it before. He's brought some weird sets with both of them and didn't even use Sand. So I think I made that mistake last season when he had Sun, if I remember right. Could be wrong there. But yeah, I'm guessing he used Sand and Rex Shot. No, it was Rain last year with Zapdos, I believe. Sorry, just thinking to myself here. But yeah, the Hydreigons pick up the win. They improved to 5-3. Kinglers very much still alive at 4-4. Again, even if you're within a game of 500, the divisional games are so big, so I still think you have a chance. So, realistically, I know there's a couple teams with only one win. Their hopes are not in great shape, but pretty much everyone else, I think, is still very much alive for playoffs. Like I said, these divisional games here at the end of the season are going to be massive, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. So next up, we have our Pickums. So this is probably very confusing to look at the minute, but I have on the top for how we're doing for the week, and on the bottom, total for the season. So for the week, we had 3 coaches pick 6 games correctly. That was Bosif, Blattle, and Jeremy. And that is a percentage of 75%, 6 out of 8 games. So congrats to those 3 for picking the most correct. Total on the season, Bosif has collected the most correct picks at 38. And that is a 59% pick rate that he has accomplished. Some people have more than that. Like, somebody picked 1 game all season and they're 1-0. So, but if you want to be on this, you have to make at least 1 pick for the week we are in. That is the rule I kind of just made up. So if you want to be on this screen this upcoming week, make sure you make your picks on Discord. And like I said, I would love if you make picks to pick all of the games, pick all 8 of them. But I'm not going to force you to. Whatever you want to pick, I'd love to see it. And like I said, I'm keeping track of all of them. So see if you can catch these coaches in percentage or total picks. My guess is if you haven't been making picks all season, you're not going to catch Bosif in total picks. But some of the people that have been making picks all season are very close to him. So yeah, that's what we have right now. So get your picks in for next week. And last thing for this video is we have our weekly awards. So first off, Coach of the Week, as you can see there in the middle, is going to Sacramento Sandslash. Again, I talked about it when talking about the match. So impressed with the prep and the set for that Charizard. I loved it so much. I could not give Coach of the Week to anyone else. Even though like 4 coaches, I think, picked up 6-0 wins. His was my favorite. I actually got to witness the 6-0. So he gets Coach of the Week for that. MVPs of each division. For the Wicked, we have Spectre, picked up all 6 kills for Lucas and Volcaronas. So, pretty easy pick there. Surging, I've talked about the Charizard enough. Easily MVP of that division. For the Astral, I'm giving it to the Keklians Slurpuff. It was kind of a split victory between Slurpuff and Tornadus, but I thought Slurpuff was a little more clutch, being able to live and then picking up the kills. And then lastly, Glacial. Honestly, little tough to pick an MVP there. All 4 teams in that division lost this week. So a little weird. That division went 0-4. I gave it to the Galarian Slowking because I thought it was in a position to be successful and win the game, if not for Paraflinch. So I'm giving it to Slowking for that. But again, there wasn't many choices. All 4 coaches lost. I think 2 of them got 6-0'd. So not many kills or really positive things coming from the Mons in that division. But you see Slowking there because, again, he performed, picked up a kill, performed like he was supposed to, and was in position to win that game, if not for some unfortunate circumstances. So that is going to be all for this video. Again, by request, I've split these into 2. So this is the Week 8 recap. So I'm recapping everything that happened in Week 8, giving out the weekly awards. So that is what is in this video. Within 24 hours, tomorrow night, I will release the second portion, basically, of this, where I'm going to look forward and preview Week 10. So I'm going to look at the first of the second round of divisional games. I'm going to break down each of those games and who I think will win and why. We are going to look at the standings going into that week. We will look at the league leaders as far as kills go and such. And power rankings will also be a part of that. So if you're interested in any of those things, standings, league leaders, power rankings, or preview matches, those 4 things will be in the next video coming out tomorrow night. So check back on my channel then, and come check out that video. If you did like this, if you do appreciate me doing these videos for the league, please do like and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. I enjoy very much making these videos. All my videos on my channel. Check out some of my other stuff. I'd love to see if you guys are interested in anything else. And yeah, please leave a comment what you think. Anything you disagree with, anything you think I should add, or really anything you want to mention. So yeah, all that being said, thanks for watching, guys. Check out the video tomorrow night, and I'll wish you all a good night. Have a good one.